Your dog is looking at you right now, not because they're hungry, not because they heard a noise. They're looking at you because you are the most important thing in their world. And here's what almost no one realizes. They're not just watching you. They're reading you. Every breath, every mood, every heartbeat. But are you speaking their language back? Because according to what science now knows about the canine brain, most dog owners are almost getting it right. Almost. And that tiny gap between almost and truly is the difference between a dog that feels loved and a dog that is desperately trying to feel loved. Here's something that will change the way you look at your dog forever. Dogs didn't just evolve to survive. They evolved to bond. Over 15,000 years of living beside humans, the dog's brain has been quietly rewired. Scientists now believe that dogs are the only non-human species on Earth that instinctively seeks out human eye contact as a source of comfort. Think about that. Not wolves, not chimps, not dolphins, only dogs. And yet, most of us are pouring love into our dogs in ways our dogs can barely feel. We buy them toys. We give them treats. We let them sleep on the bed. But your dog isn't asking for any of that. They're asking for something far simpler and far more powerful. Most people believe that love is universal, that if you feel love for your dog, they feel it too. You love them, so they must know. That's what we tell ourselves. But here's the truth that behavioral scientists discovered, and it quietly shattered everything we assumed about the human-dog bond. Dogs don't experience love the way we express it. When you wrap your arms around your dog, that tight, full-body hug, to you, it means everything. It means I love you. You are safe. You are mine. But to a dog, that same gesture can feel like being trapped, like restraint, like a threat. The love is real, but the translation is broken. And that broken translation is happening in millions of homes every single day. In 2014, a team of researchers at Emory University made a discovery that no one expected. They put dogs inside fMRI brain scanners, while the dogs were awake and completely conscious, to watch what happened inside the brain when dogs experienced their owners. What they found changed everything. When a dog smelled the scent of their owner, not saw them, not heard them, just smelled them, the caudate nucleus lit up. That's the brain's reward center. The same region that activates in humans when we see someone we love. Not just any human, not a stranger, their specific person. Then, in 2015, Japanese researcher Takefumi Kikyusui took it even further. He discovered that when dogs and their owners gaze into each other's eyes, both experience a surge of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same chemical released between a mother and her newborn child. Your dog isn't just happy to see you. They are chemically, neurologically, biologically bonded to you. And the way you respond to that bond, or fail to, shapes everything about how safe, loved, and secure your dog feels. So here it is, the hidden truth. Your dog isn't just a pet. They're not even just a companion. Inside your dog's brain, you have become a safe base, a psychological anchor, a living symbol of security. Researchers call this secure attachment, and it mirrors almost exactly the attachment bond between human infants and their caregivers. When you leave the room, your dog's stress hormones rise. When you come back, they drop. When you're calm, your dog is calm. When you're anxious, even if you show nothing on the outside, your dog's cortisol levels mirror yours. They feel what you feel, not metaphorically, chemically. Your dog is not just reacting to your behavior. They are experiencing your emotional state as if it were their own. You are not just your dog's owner. You are your dog's entire emotional world. But that's not even the strangest part. Because if your dog feels your love that deeply, what does it mean when you're almost getting it right? What are the 7 things most owners do that miss the mark? And how do you close the gap? Let's go through them, one by one. Number 1, you talk too much and listen too little. You come home and you talk. You explain your day. You ask questions. You say their name over and over. And your dog loves the sound of your voice. Don't get me wrong. But research from the University of Sussex found that dogs process human speech in 2 separate brain hemispheres, one for emotion, one for meaning. And what registers first, every single time, is your tone, not your words. Your tone. So when you come home stressed and try to cover it with cheerful words, your dog already knows. They caught the tension in your voice before you finished your first sentence. What your dog actually needs is for you to arrive calmly, to take one slow breath, to lower your energy and let them match it. Presence matters more than performance. Number 2, you hug when you should hold space. We talked about this earlier, but it goes even deeper. When your dog is scared, during a thunderstorm, a vet visit, a loud noise, your first instinct is to hold them, to wrap them up, to say it's okay, I've got you. And the love behind that is beautiful. It really is. But Dr. Alexandra Horowitz, a cognitive scientist at Barnard College who has spent decades studying dog perception, explains it clearly. When a dog is in fight or flight mode, restraint escalates the panic. Instead, what works is parallel calm. Sit near them. Don't hover. Breathe slowly. Let your nervous system become a signal, not a cage. Your calm body tells your dog's brain, the predator is not here. You are safe. No words needed. No hugs needed. Just you. Steady. Present. Number 3, you make eye contact at the wrong moments. Remember the oxytocin study? Eye contact triggers the bonding hormone. But here's what almost everyone misses. When you make eye contact matters as much as whether you make it. Staring at a dog during a correction, during a tense moment, or when they're already anxious, that's not bonding. That's pressure. In dog language, a prolonged stare is a dominant signal. A challenge. The eye contact that builds love, it happens in quiet moments. When your dog glances over at you while they're resting, you catch their eye. You blink slowly. You look away first. That soft exchange, that gentle look, is the canine equivalent of I love you too. And most owners never do it. Not intentionally. Start doing it. Tonight. Number 4, you reward the wrong moments. You come home. Your dog loses their mind. Jumping, spinning, barking, wiggling. You laugh. You pet them. You match their energy. And in that moment, you have accidentally taught your dog that anxiety is love. Because that frantic greeting, it's not just pure joy, it's relief. It's the end of a separation that, for your dog, carries the weight of I didn't know if you'd ever come back. When you reward that frantic state with attention and excitement, you're reinforcing the anxiety underneath it. What builds deeper security is greeting your dog calmly, kneeling down, speaking softly, letting them settle into your return rather than escalating it. It feels less dramatic, but your dog's nervous system will thank you. Number 5, you touch without permission. There's a gesture every dog owner does. Every single day. You reach over the top of your dog's head to pet them, and your dog tolerates it because they love you. But the canine brain is wired to read overhead approaches as threats. It's ancient instinct. Before dogs were domesticated, something coming from above meant a predator. When you reach under the chin instead, when you let your dog lean into your touch, you're giving them consent and control. And a dog that feels in control of affection, that dog trusts more, opens more, bonds more. It's a tiny shift, an inch of difference in where your hand lands. But to your dog, it's the difference between I allow this and I choose this. Number 6, you leave without a ritual. Picture this. It's morning. You're rushing. You grab your bag. You say bye. Maybe you pet them once, and you're out the door. Your dog watches you leave. And then they wait. What research on separation anxiety reveals is that how you leave predicts how anxious your dog becomes while you're gone. Long, emotional goodbyes, they signal to your dog that leaving is a big deal, that it should be grieved. Rushed, chaotic departures, they leave your dog's nervous system in a state of unresolved tension. But a calm, consistent ritual, the same words, the same touch, the same energy every single time, tells your dog's brain, this is normal. They always come back. I know what this means. Predictability is safety, and safety is love, in a language your dog's brain actually speaks. Number 7, you underestimate the power of simply existing together. This last one is the most important and the most overlooked. You don't have to do anything to love your dog. Some of the deepest bonding moments happen in total silence. You on the couch, your dog pressed against your leg. No phones, no TV, no words, just 2 heartbeats in the same room. Studies on canine cortisol, the stress hormone, show that the simple proximity of a bonded human lowers a dog's baseline anxiety, even with no interaction at all. They don't need you to perform love. They need you to be love. Present. Still. Theirs. Your dog isn't just living in your home. They are building a map of you inside their mind. Your scent. Your walk. Your voice at midnight versus your voice in the morning. The way you breathe when you cry. Every interaction is a data point in that map. And when the map is complete, when everything they've learned says this person is safe, This person is mine. This person comes back. That is when you see it. The full body exhale when you walk through the door. The heavy sigh when they curl up against you. The way they look at you for just a second before they close their eyes. That is what love looks like in a dog. And you did that. There's one more thing researchers found, and it quietly broke every scientist who discovered it. Dogs don't just remember you. They grieve you. When a bonded dog loses their person, not to a trip or a workday, but permanently, their behavior changes in ways that mirror human mourning. Loss of appetite, disrupted sleep, searching, waiting. In 2016, a study observed that dogs whose owners had died would return to the last place they saw them, sometimes for months. Not out of confusion, out of love. Your dog carries you, even when you're not there. Here's the important warning. When we misread what our dog needs, when we substitute our version of love for theirs, we don't just miss a connection. We create confusion. We create anxiety. And over time, that confusion can show up as behavioral problems that are really just communication breakdowns. A dog that barks too much. A dog that destroys things when left alone. A dog that clings or hides or can never fully relax. These aren't bad dogs. These are dogs whose emotional language was never translated. The good news? It's never too late to learn it. Your dog woke up this morning, and the first thing they did was find you. Not food, not the window, not the toy on the floor. You. Because in the entire history of life on this planet, no creature has ever chosen to love a human the way a dog does. Unconditionally, completely, without language, without negotiation, without proof that you deserve it. They just do. And now you know how to love them back, in the language their ancient, brilliant, deeply loyal brain was built to receive. Go home tonight and look at your dog. Not just at them, with them. Breathe slowly. Blink softly. Let your hand fall under their chin. And watch what happens.